Monday again?
Yo,
Man,
it
listen.
spins around, don't it?
That Monday comes up quicker than a month if you don't be
Yo,
paying attention.
yo, Monday don't
First,
care nothing about the rest of your week.
first off, if you had an absolutely fabulous weekend, we want to welcome you to Motivational Monday. If you didn't have a fabulous weekend, we still want to welcome you to Motivational Monday because that's what this show is all about. Dropping jewels, sharing the weekend, just getting y'all in the headspace of what you need to do to go into this week so you can hit the weekend again and come back to us on Monday if you don't see us on Friday first or some other day during the week.
Right.
But I just want to say and give a big shout out to my partner in crime here on the other side of me. We got a chance to kick off what is the start of this grand person's birthday tour. If you ain't been part of it, if you don't know, the month of May is his month. His birthday's in this month, and we go around and we destroy everything we can put our bodies into and our energy into. But this weekend in particular was the jump start of that. And we had the pleasure of going down to DC and having the opportunity to hang out with the one and only Lord Finesse, who put on an incredible weekend, only to be spun into a wonderful, wonderful project the 108 Soul family did for one of our other partners in crime, Mr. Barry B, who was celebrating his 50th birthday, along with Talent, Aldo, DJ CEO, and several other people. When I tell y'all the weekend was off the chain, it was off the chain. I'm just going to tell y'all my part real quick. Friday night, we had a dynamic trio. They had a little bar. We had the pleasure of catching Rich Medina of the Originals, Lord Finesse, and the DJ Miss Her. Three totally different mind frames and mindsets, but they came together and formed a moment that was super duper dope and incredible. The energy in the spot was off the chain. Everything about it was all that in a bag of chips. Followed by a beautiful, incredible brunch, a rooftop brunch at the Eaton Hotel, done by my man, Lord Finesse. That also super incredible. Like y'all wouldn't have believed it if you weren't there, you wouldn't have believed it. And then we had the nightcap. Man, 108 Soul went all out for Talent, Aldo, my man Barry B, DJ CEO. It's beautiful, beautiful space. What's the name of that space, T?
It's on the waterfront. It's
Yeah,
part of the whole convention thing. What that was called the something room. I gotta look Sunset Room or something like that.
Sunset Room on the
Yeah,
waterfront in
on the
DC.
waterfront. It was dope.
It was crazy. It was crazy, crazy, crazy. But the whole weekend as a collective was just bouncing from one dope energy and vibe to the next dope energy and vibe. And then the people that were all a part of it, part of our immediate crew here who've been rocking with us for the last year, Sharonda, B Love was in the building. Then from the West Wing, we had a whole bunch of people from the West Wing, from Lord Finesse and his crew and what they do out there. And it was just an incredible, incredible weekend with everybody just vibing and enjoying each other's company. But just I can't even put it into words. It was so dope. Like it really was one of the dopest weekends I've had in a very, very long time.
Yo, let me tell you something about Amir, people. Don't let him fool you. This brother was high as a kite. I don't know. The man said he ate an edible that somebody gave him a year ago. First of all, let me tell you something. You can't just eat an edible from a year ago. Nobody's tested these things this long. Like, you don't know what the hell you take. All I know, he was all smiles and very few words, right? So when I came in, he was cheesing, feeling good. What up, baby? I think that's all we said to each other all night. What up, baby? Dancing, grooving. I said, yo, Amir is dancing through this joint, ain't talking. And the only other thing happened is when, Lord, the transitioning, right? Lord, go up on the set and you pull a phone out to videotape and DJ a little bit. I'm standing behind Amir and I'm noticing that, first of all, he got the high beam on. He's not just recording the joint. You know, when somebody put that high beam on you, like license and registration. He got that shit on, right? And for like 10 minutes, I'm standing behind him, rocking to the beat. And I noticed the shit ain't recording though. It ain't on. But he there though. He there for all the smoke. And then 8, 9 minutes in, it kick in. He go, I said, this Negro high than a bug. No, but he never lied. We had a great people when you're around that great energy. Let me tell you, my extended weekend is like, so we leave here Friday, obviously hit some traffic, whatever, but we meet up with you guys
Yes.
at the Finesse thing where he's DJing and DJ Lady Her. And we having a good time. Vibe is super chill. Like you said, Bernadette in the building, Rhonda, we having a good time. Even met a couple of randoms, everybody's just, the spirits was just there. I didn't
Yeah.
crack jokes with random, so that's how you know that the energy's right. And somewhere along the line where I'm standing, I tell you, I left out of there because I'm at that window. And I said to myself, I think I said out loud to Aldo, like, about 30, 40 minutes, we're going to get out of here anyway, because we've been on the road all day. We get these drinks, edibles, knock out. And maybe 20 minutes earlier than what I thought, I'm looking out the window and a group of these young white chicks come around the corner and one just boom, pass out, fall, whatever, hit the ground. And I'm thinking it's a fall at first, but I'm staring. She never gets up. But she's not laying on that knocked out leg. This bitch laying like this is her room. Like she's on her bed at the house. She got this shit. When you put this shit in your so, but I can't see that from the window. I just see a body on the ground. The girls, I said, you know what? Let's get out of here right now. He's like, all right, finish the drink, slid out, and I need people to understand when I slide out, it's no disrespect, but it's a lot more production sometimes if I say I'm leaving than if I just slide out. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when I see people having a good time, I don't want to break that shit up. I see all of them. Boom. So I leave. I said, hold on one second. Hey, I go across the street to the young ladies. I said, hey, excuse me, y'all. It's point to the girl on the ground. Says, everything all right? Y'all need anything? And the girl's like, oh, no, she just twisted. We just had a 5-year high school reunion and she too much to drink. And the Uber's on the way. We called the Uber. We're going to put her in there and go home. It's like, all right, cool. But you're good. It was like, yeah, we're fine. Thank you for stopping. I was like, no problem. And we get out of there. We go back. Like I said, grab the little edibles, get a little sleep on. I told him, I said, dude, I'm taking half of this goddamn cookie when it kick in, bro. I'm sleeping late. And we did. We got up about 11:30, 12. It was a dope ass diner in walking distance. Went there, our coffee, woke up on. And the original plan was, we're gonna go by the West Wing. Yeah. And then do our thing. Then I thought about it. I'm like, you know what, T? You might be, because I got to get up early and head for another brunch Sunday in Jersey. I don't want to burn the candle at all the ends. You know what I mean? So I said, you know what? Let's just chill, rest up, and get out of here. We actually got an extra hour because what they printed was doors open at 6, show at 7. And it was doors open at 7, shows at 8. So we get an hour, got a rest on, got to get dressed, boom, get there. We get there, dope staff. Shout out to everybody that worked with Barry B and Jamie Roberts over there. Staff is dope. I mean, staff took care of us the minute we got off the elevator, walked in, merch table, everything we needed. It was just, the vibe was just dope. And then as soon as we got our first drink, went on the deck, and the scenery. If y'all look at the Instagram pictures, y'all see the backdrop. It was a great night. Like I said, we got up. First of all, we hung out to 2 that night?
2 in the morning. Yeah,
so, we hung out with y'all till y'all was numb. It's like this. There's a fear of the Walking Dead.
I was like, I'm dead to the world right now. I just need to get into bed, give some rest, and I'll be good money. Just let me get
how it
those.
is. So now imagine me. We get in. Y'all got to sleep late. We up at 8:30. We get up, get dressed, go downstairs. I get the last cup of coffee. We ain't got time to wait for it, so we'll get some down the road. But long story short, we made it about 1:30. We pull into Jersey, South Valley Barbecue, do that brunch, which was another dope thing. And like the powerhouses that came out, Sean Harvey, Timmy Hall. I mean, everybody was in the building, bro. My man Bishop, Young dude, shout out to young dude Buddy Love out of Detroit. Just met this young comedian. He was
Mm-hmm.
with Graham, and she put me on. She's like, "Yo, give him some minutes," and we, gave him some minutes, and he just did his thing, and it was a great set. So the show, beginning to end, I think I had 6 comics for the brunch. Billy Scully came out. It was dope. Just a dope thing.
Nice.
Then come to find out, I didn't find this out to the ninth inning that Aldo realized, looks in his phone, realized, oh shit, I got a show in Trenton at 7. I'm like, what?
Wow.
So Trenton is an hour from where we at. So
Yeah.
I said, you know what, bro? Let's just sit down, get a blackened salmon salad. By the time we eat that, we get on the road, we get there right at showtime, which we did. Got there, boom, he did his thing. Great show in there. Came home by midnight. I'm in the crib. I'm changing my clothes, getting into my dog uniform and bringing the dogs out and feeding them and, taking care of everything, and crashed down and called myself, Ozark, the Ozark drop.
Yeah.
Called myself watching Ozark last night. Shit. Edible night for me. Whatever I'm watching, the next day I got to go rewind.
Everything. Yo, you ain't never lied, dog. The craziness is, to your point, like you said, we had the whole, rock out with everybody, getting the job done the entire weekend.
Right.
And just mad shout outs to, when I say everybody was in a zone and on point with just the fun and the energy of the weekend. I encourage y'all, thankfully, talent has given us this wonderful new family of sorts, y'all. So, we all get vibe with each other on this live and on the other, the various podcasts and stuff like that. But y'all come on out, y'all get out and meet each other and get out and get to really see each other up close and personal. Because one thing about, seeing us on the lives, this is one format of us. Obviously, there's other formats of us, as you guys have seen, with the videos that are being posted, whether it's the dancing or just having a good time,
Right.
we really enjoy meeting, the people who we seem to be entertaining. For me, and I, shared this with you guys, I'm over the moon with the amount of people who, again, thank you guys for tuning in and watching the show and, and taking in or drinking in some of the stuff that Talon and I have, had the pleasure of sharing with y'all. But I'm over the moon with the amount of people who at these various venues are coming up and like, yo, I watch all the shows and this and that and the third. And I'm just looking at people like, wow, because I only know, obviously the names that we get to see all the time and be around. And I'm like, wow, there's a ton of people who really are, enjoying what it is we do. So, as I always share with y'all, that's why it's so important that, share your stories. It's so important that, try to be as positive as you can on a
Yes, sir.
grander scale, because
That's
you
all I
have
got
no
to
idea what and who that light is shining in on others. Somebody to make you laugh, T, because she sent me the thing later. She said, I can't even believe Talent remembers me from the days of being a what you call it at Def Comedy Jam, Imani. Yo, I ain't seen Imani in at least 15 years or more.
You and
Literally.
me both.
And to show you what was so crazy about it is Imani said, she said, I'm sorry. She said, you remind me of a guy named Amir Sealy that I know. And all I could
That's
do was laugh.
hilarious.
All I could do was laugh. She said, why are you laughing? I said, because I am the Amir Sealy that you know. She said, are you serious? I said, yes. I said, I know you ain't seen me in a month of Sundays, but this is me. She was like, oh my God. She was like, as soon as you walked in, I was like, he looked super familiar. So it was just hilarious to just see people,
Yeah,
like I said, in so many walks of life. Basketball family was there. Just everything,
it was,
that you
man.
could think of.
Listen, this is what the weekend's all about. Apologies, everybody, that we ranting on about 15 minutes about the weekend. It was just that stupendous. And why do we talk about that? Because it's a good thing, and good things are motivating, and that's why it fits. What we're doing right now. First part of the show. Once again, welcome to Motivation Mondays. Amir Sealy, Talon Harris coming on here doing what we do. First thing I want to get out of the way is every week I'm going to do a race of the week. This week's race, the race of the week are the Latinos, the Hispanics. They are this week's race of the week for more reasons than one. First of all, Thursday's Cinco de Mayo.
Yes, yes, yes.
Let me tell you something. I do zero research on race when there's a drinking house.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about the Irish, but when they say St. Patty, put me down. They're gonna be drinking in there. Put me down. Cinco de Mayo, St. Patty's Day, translated to a black holiday,
Quick,
is
fast,
any
and hurry.
cookout or baby shower. Yeah, black people, this how different shit is. You know, you hear Cinco de Mayo, you know they're gonna be fucked up that day. You hear St. Patty's, you know that day they're gonna be fucked up. In the black community, any get together, they're gonna be fucked up. From baby showers to repasses. I don't know who invented talk about getting fucked up. I wonder who invented, like, who was the first motherfucker to go in the inside pocket and pull a flask out and hit that?
Okay.
Who that
Yo.
person?
Okay. That
Clearly, he had a shoe on.
you absolutely right about that, T. I knew it was one other thing I want to mention real quick, and I was mad. We stopped at a rest stop, like exit 5. And I swear to God, T, two sisters came through. One of them was wearing Aldo's shirt, his shirt. And I was
Nice.
so mad because I wanted to catch a picture of her so I could send it to Aldo. Literally, she had on his shirt. I was like,
Oh, that
oh,
was dope. And you
shit.
forgot to get your shirt. You seen a
Yeah.
shirt you liked and you didn't grab, right?
Yeah, I didn't get it.
I'll hold
Yeah.
it, but I'll bring it tomorrow. Don't even worry about
Okay.
it. But yeah, so that's our race of the week. So shout out to my Latinos, my
Yes.
Latinas, my Hispanic people from all walks of life. Happy Cinco de Mayo early. But more importantly, you are the race of the week because when I read a couple of stories, I read a couple of Latino stories. Like they got this one survey. Latinos say that they're discriminated against by other Latinos just as much as others. So I read this story, and then I just got like this warm for, my brain goes into my Latin friends, and when I'm in those surroundings and realms, and I'm like, yo, you know what? Some of the coolest motherfuckers, you know, when it comes to chill, like, how people be like, yo, just want to chill, let my head on, have a good time. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. Nothing's better than a Latino vibe on that tip. Like,
Yeah.
think about when you needed to fucking mentally and emotionally detox. Like you're worn out. I don't know. You're overworked. You've been looking forward to the vacation. Da, 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 da. We've been to a lot of places. But when you talk about having a fun vibe, I'm thinking Mexico. I'm thinking Cancun.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the Cabo. I'm thinking, the Riviera Mayas and like those places. They're a festive people. I mean, we
Yeah.
are too, but in a different little twang to
Different
it,
kind of
different
way.
accent. The Hispanics are a real festive people, a festive bunch of people. So when shit pop off, something happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like some people, I'm not gonna throw everybody under the bus, but some races, a couple of beers too many, they ready.
It's,
Ain't nobody did nothing. They just ready to tear shit up. Nobody did nothing. They did regular shit like, hey, do not step on my foot. Like, and they ready to tear shit up. But
yeah.
with us and Latinos, I think that's a common ground that's always been a connection with us because in the great migrations over the past couple of 100 years, as Latinos, if you notice, depending on where they're coming from, what Latin origin they're coming from, the Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, they fucking crowd
Yeah.
tri-state. They're here in an abundance to the point that we kind of move the same. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like depending on how you grew up in your hood, like you're a Bronx
Yeah.
dude, Mount Vernon dude, we look at us as the same. Like I
Yes.
look at a Puerto Rican like my brother.
Yes. And
I
and
don't look
and
at him. Yeah, it's not a competition.
and and it's funny because even the derivatives, between the nationalities and especially amongst the, Latino community or Hispanic community, is the shading is just the same as ours. Because I've been in plenty of places where it's been, brothers darker than me and they start speaking Spanish. I'll be like, oh shit, wait a minute. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, okay, my bad. Oh, thumbs up. Then they hit me with the Spanish. I'd be like, yeah, that's gonna be a no for me, dog. I don't. I can't even tell you poquito. That's a no. It's a strong no. No
Yo,
disrespect.
but that's some real stuff. I remember this, right? Here's the funny thing. Now we grew up in the projects in here in Mount Vernon. Well, they used to be projects. They don't call them that no more, but whatever. Right next door, when you go down, like what's that? Like Diagonal towards Beach.
Hmm.
You know,
Yes.
when you go that area and you make that little right towards Baytest or whatever, Edenmore Projects is over
Yes,
there.
sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
as a kid, I remember my mom, God rest her soul. My mom grew up with uh, my aunt Kathy and them. They lived in Edenmore Project. Full. I'm not even talking. Not no mixed family. Full Puerto Ricans. But as a kid, you don't know no better, right? So we're so tight and we're spending so much time over there that I'm told these are my cousins. And this is how we're raised, right? And we, to this day, you can't tell us we're not cousins. We're not blood cousins, but goddamn it, we cousins, right? So the culture was so synonymous that it was not like when I was there, I felt like, oh, I'm with my Puerto Rican family. And then when I was in Mount Vernon, I felt like I'm with my black family. It was synonymous. It rolled together. It threaded together. We were the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other than Tuto, my cousin Tuto, he was the boy my age. Other than his hair being more slicker than mine, we
Everything.
were all one. So a lot of communities, we grow up like this. Now, I will say this. What I do like about when I look at races, I look at, loyalty's big, where I come from. Where I come from and the way I'm raised, loyalty is everything. Nigga. Like when we beefing internally in the family, the elders would track us down and sit our ass down and make us work that shit out. You're not gonna walk around here talking about you gonna kill your cousin gonna stab you when he see you. You ain't doing that shit. So they'll put your ass down. Next thing you know, you crying. You the same nigga with the machete, but you crying. So that type of thing. So one thing I like also about the Hispanic community is they're very super loyal. They super loyal to their shit to a fault, even. You know what I mean? So I applaud them, I salute them, and dedicate this Motivation Monday. You are the race of the week. My Hispanics and Latinos, you are the race of the week. Every week we're going to find out for a reason. We don't know what the reason is going to be, but because it's the week of Cinco de Mayo, and it falls in the Taurus realm. So
Yeah.
I'd be remiss if I
Yeah.
didn't shout out my
Shout
Latin
them out. No
brothers and
question.
sisters and the Hispanic community. So thank y'all very much. Enjoy your week on that note. Now, another thing, let's flip the script a little bit. So we come into Monday, and I got on the phone call. You see me right before we came on here. I was just
Yes.
I call it a lunch break. I was on a lunch break. Every time like Mondays are very busy with these virtual shows. So in between, if I get an hour or two, like it's a lunch break. Either I'm going to do some other type of work, or I'm going to sit back. In this case, I just now had a meal, right? So I eat my first meal. So I'm sitting back and I'm calling myself watching Ozark or whatever. And I go to check my messages on Instagram, and the live pops up in the message. I don't know if Kenny sent that. I don't know who sent it. Popped this. When I hit it, I'm thinking there's a whole thing. They're live right now. So at first, I'm just sitting there taking it all in. It's a good conversation going on. And, oh, they see T, they shout it out, they say a few things. So I got to answer the shit in text. After three, I was like, look, I ain't going to be texting the whole damn time. They can bring me in. So when they bring me in, clear up a few things because people don't usually know. Here's the thing about this show, in case you missed it. A lot of people don't know sometimes the method of your madness. And that's what I want to talk about and this Motivation Monday, the method of your madness. Now, everyone has their own method and their own reason of doing things. Those of us that's on the outside, like we're not in their noodle, so we don't know why they moved this way, what was the plan, what's the expected end result, what made them go down this path, whatever the case may be. I tell people all the time because there's a method to the madness. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't understand it. It's not for you to know, understand until I let you know and understand. You know what I mean? Or make you understand. In the meantime, this is the thing that I'm doing. This I'm rowing this boat. So I'm gonna row it this way because I'm gonna turn that way. I'm gonna row it this way, I'm gonna turn that way. It's like that in life, people. Don't take things a certain way because you can't understand the method of the madness. I'm gonna say that again. Let's stop getting our feelings and taking things a certain way because we don't understand the method of what you deem at that moment is madness. There's a method to the madness. more times than not. You know what I mean? So anybody of any right state of mind, whatever they're doing, it's a reason for that. I'm not saying the reason's always going to fit your criteria or to your liking, but nevertheless, there's a method to that madness. Case in point, on that show, they brought up, when people bring them on stage and this, that, and the third, and how it's done and whatever. And sometimes people don't understand what I'm doing, even though you tell them it might be in one ear out the other. Oh, well, why you do that? But and that's why I wanted to come on it live. And I was like, let me explain something to you. There's a method to the madness. The way I'm doing it, you may hate in the moment that I'm doing it, but fast forward a couple of years, you're going to thank me for what I did because it's going to make you better at what you're trying to do. I mean, here's my thing. When I go in a comedy club and I meet other comedians or we happen to be congregated, I think automatically, because you're here doing the same thing that I'm doing, you want to be good or great. Is that a bad assumption, Amir?
No, that's a
I
great
think that,
assumption.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're here, you got into comedy, you're trying to get on stage. I don't think you're trying to get on stage because you want to try your sneakers out. You want to get on stage because you want to try your jokes out and try to be funny. So when I see those people working in the realm and I'm in a certain position in that realm, I got a method that I picked up from the guy who made me great. I wouldn't be funny and consistent and around in 30 years and still relevant and blah, 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 all these things that are great. I wouldn't be if that person didn't put me through the ringer. So just like anything else, you know why guys and girls our age talk about whoop your kids? Because we got whoopings and we turned out all right for the most part, right? So
Yeah.
we look at us making it this far, living, doing what we're doing, like, you know what? I cried and cursed my mother out every time, but them whoopings worked. Look at
You,
me. Right.
yo,
So the same thing I applied to that. So I'm explaining my method of madness in this scenario where, listen, if you keep training yourself, and this goes for everybody listening to the show today. Rob re-quoted a quote one time. We were working on the Kings and was going through the motions, filming skits and getting our promo game together. And, everybody's in their own right, a star in the New York Kings. So everybody moving like, yeah, blah, blah. And in the meeting, Rob called everybody out. He said, listen, man, I know when I call and you say this and you say that, and you say, man, fuck all that. He said, I know niggas got lives and it's hard to get over here and it's hard to do this and it's hard to. He said, but that's the fucking point. We got to start getting comfortable with being fucking uncomfortable. To get to that next thing, you're going to have to start now being uncomfortable, with being uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Get uncomfortable, get comfortable with it. Excuse me. Get comfortable with it. Yeah, it's uncomfortable, but you're so built for this shit, it's no longer that uncomfortable when you got comfortable with being uncomfortable. So I'm what I do is one of the things they pick apart is like, yo, they come there and comics always want it in a nutshell.
structure.
What's it? No, I can't do that. This ain't no. You here to go up? Yeah. Then be ready. If every time I tell you you're first, you're second, you're third, you getting used to a rhetoric of a schedule of putting things in a nice, neat box. And what I don't want you to do, because if you do that too much, that's who you become. You train to that. And comedy, and anybody that's been doing it for any stature of time, no, I'm not lying. A lot of more times than not, the situations we go into are less than perfect. They are less than perfect. And if you got used to this perfect criteria, you're going to be fucked. And now you're the one mad at your set or the show, and you're down and you're depressed and you're this and that and stressed out and man, fuck comedy. And now you hate the host and you hate this guy, you hate the club. And all these things came because you boxed yourself into this one criteria that when it wasn't that criteria, you was actually set up for failure. People in life apply this in life. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable so that when those moments present themselves when you least expect it, you still got armor for that. You still got your sword, your shield, your body armor, your helmet. your goddamn stallion if you need it. You got all the things you need to still be that warrior to go against whatever that wartime alludes itself to. You know what I mean? Whatever it presents. But if I always give it to you, it's sort of like, it's the funniest thing. It's something that we all, our generation, we fight with this right now with our children. This is what they tell you. They tell you life goes like this. The parent works hard so that the child has to do less. So he has more and more is set up for him and he has to do less, right? And we keep doing that generation after generation. Problem is, now here we are, us 50s, right? Our kids then went to these better schools, diverse schools, inclusive schools. So now these niggas ain't built for near war you been. So now we losing kids to a kid dies every time the Wi-Fi goes.
Yeah. Yo. Yo. T. What's so incredible about exactly what you said? First off, the being comfortable with being uncomfortable is such a great, great saying for everybody. Please, y'all, understand that everything in life you should be prepared for. I don't care what it is. Our issue and one of the true, things that Talon touched on is just that. We've become so complacent. Everything is, I'm comfortable. And that's okay if that's all you want out of life. But you know
Right.
what's so dope about life is the uncomfortable moments, the moments that you don't prepare for. They give you some of the greatest moments you'll ever, ever, ever be in. Always. And that's why you got to get uncomfortable and maintain that level of uncomfortability so that every time it presents itself, you're ready for it. You're supposed to be ready for war. I don't care what is going on because at the end of the day, the world is a constant, ever changing situation.
Right.
Let's be clear and let's be fair. I said this before, I'll say it again. We are 2 years and some change removed from a situation that not any one person on this planet can say that they were prepared for or to possibly think that would ever happen. We've seen some stuff. 50, us 50 something year olds, especially if you're in New York or you've been through blackouts. We've been through heat waves, all kind of stuff. We can rock with all that. But nobody was prepared for the fact that they were going to shut the world down. And in theory, put us in a place where now we only had nothing but our thoughts and our wits to really get us through whatever, we did. Talent, when he does this joke, and it's one of the funniest jokes I've ever heard, he said, we had a pandemic. Guys bought toilet paper. You wasn't prepared.
The fuck?
Y'all weren't prepared. Y'all ran out and bought toilet paper. Nobody thought about all of the other amazing things that you would have to honestly put into play. And let's be clear, and this is why I said you got to be ready for war. Some of y'all know this. Some of y'all are broken up over this pandemic. Some of y'all found out you don't really like your kids. Your kids really don't like you. It is what it is. It ain't personal. It is what it is. Y'all don't know each other. You didn't know your significant other, your wife, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. You didn't know them as well as you thought you did. God damn. So everybody had to rethink. We had to relearn not only ourselves, but we had to relearn all of the amazing things that went along with that whole journey. And because of it, hopefully, and I say this because there were some people who stuck, you're coming out of this stronger, better, and more prepared for anything that might also come down the line. Because at the end of the day, this could have been just a test run, y'all. And if this was a test run, again, a lot of y'all failed miserably. Y'all didn't fail just a little bit. Y'all failed miserably. But you failed miserably because your mental fortitude wasn't where it needs to be. Your ability to communicate with everyone. And I'm not only talking about, work and this and that. I'm talking about loved ones, whatever. Yo, we failed each other miserably at all of this. Not
Now,
everybody,
now you
but
know
a
what's
good
crazy?
portion.
I'm gonna take it a step further, Amir, because you brought up the pandemic, which is great for what we're talking about. Think about this. We're here for this. This is our play, right? We're here for this. Um, so I think us persevering and getting through this as an overall group is because we're here and we're in our 40s and 50s and 60s. So we're still here. If imagine if we weren't here and this 20 something year old had to deal with all this stuff. They're not prepared, not built for it. We're here. And the reason that most of us have adjusted, so to speak, or survived it one form or fashion or the other is because the shit we've been through in our childhood. We still had it rough enough, most of us, that we've been somewhere before and couldn't pay rent a few months. We've been to that place before and not really going to eat today. We've been to the point where we go, you know what? I'm not going to have no money in my pocket till Friday.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, because these are the things when you shut the world down, these are the first things that hit us. When you shut the world down, and obviously the exceptions to the rule are the essential workers who were blessed enough to continue to work. So the people, those of us who wasn't deemed essential at the time, everything shut down. There's no income coming in. So therefore, can't shit go out. My income comes in, I pay my bills. No income coming in, so everything's stagnating on that front. So also, no income comes in. What I got in the fridge and the cupboard got to last for a minute until I could get some income to replenish and stock up with the food and the whatever, right? But we're here for this. Because we're here for this movie, we're able to me, if you close with these millennials and these kids that we're talking about, you are able to help them and walk them through a world crisis. So what they wasn't built for 2 years ago, 3 years ago, they're a little more equipped now because you helped to navigate them through a world crisis. I remember my daughter asked me for something smack dab, like in the middle of the heat of this shit, 20. And I was like, babe. And first time I ever had to say out my mouth to any of my kids, I said, yeah, your father's unemployed right now. And she thought I was fucking with her. She thought I was fucking with her, called her mother. I asked him, he said he unemployed. Yeah, bitch, the world stopped. I know you might think he's a superhero and blah, blah, blah. The world stopped. So, you know
Right
what I mean?
now.
And here's the funniest shit in the world to me. And this is our generation again. The old motherfuckers, 50s or better, grew up with that mentality of not trusting the banks, but so much, keep some money under the mattress.
Yeah.
So when this shit hit, nigga, the first thing I thought is all those years, you know,
Oh,
all
yo.
those years, put some money under the mattress and the shit
And be
into the
yo.
wall when it crashed and da da da. And here we go. So after decades and decades of nothing happening, you take the money from under the mattress. Man, why am I holding this money under
But
this mattress? And
but
then boom, COVID.
we stuck in a what you call it. But again, like you said, man, this was was such a has been such a preparational thing for us all. And again, I pray that people continue. Y'all don't stop working on your health now. If you if you started that journey of getting healthier, getting better, continue that journey. Don't stop now because you think that things have lightened up. Don't stop now. Figuring out not a plan B, because I hate when we say plan B. It's funny. I think we're the only group of people who says plan B. Every other group of people says multiple streams of income. Our dumbasses say, yo, you got a plan? No, nigga, I got other ways that some money's coming in, goddamn it, just in case. Because Lord knows if they shut this down, like you said, I'm in a bit of a bind. So we got to figure out other ways to, have resources coming in even when you sleep. But the biggest thing that, we got to do is get back to, as I've always said, the support. And, something that Talon said a little earlier, check in. Y'all, look, it ain't nothing wrong. Let's stop being so prideful that, you don't check in or you don't let people know, if and when you really may be, your back may be up against the wall. Because at the end of the day, yes, we all may or may not be in the greatest positions possible, but if we can help each other with a little bit here, a little bit there, all that together comes to be a big thing. Comes to
Right.
be a pretty big thing. So don't be so mindful and so prideful that get beyond like, well, I didn't want to say anything. Yeah, we will be saying that at your funeral. Nobody wants to do that part. I'm gonna tell you that right now, and I'm gonna talk about you. T will tell you that's the part of me y'all don't know. I'm gonna talk about you at that point. Yo, did you see the foolishness this person was doing? Y'all, we got to, like I said, we just got to get better. But the biggest piece of this motivational Monday, and this is again why we do this every Monday, is to get everybody in the habit of thinking along the lines of positivity. I saw somebody, I think it was Renee, put it in the chat. Chess. Game is chess, y'all. It ain't checkers. Because you could jump 4 and still get your behind whipped. Chess, though, you got to think 5, 7, 10 moves ahead. Because this way okay, yeah, there's only but so much they're going to be able to do to me. So we got to, start looking at life along those lines. It is imperative and it helps each and every one of us when we start doing that and we start preparing it in our heads that way. Then you can obviously plan out and then play it out the way that you anticipate. But it's got to start in your head and it's got to start in your conversations. And please do yourself a favor. Talon and I love getting on here and we, chop it up. I'm sure you guys all tune into various other podcasts. Y'all have heard me say this as well. Feed your soul, mind, and body with things that are only going to uplift you, improve you, and make you better. I'm not saying don't listen to some ratchet stuff from, every now and again, because everybody likes a little bit of ratchet. But don't let that predominantly be your diet, because all that does is bring you down. Once your vibration level comes down, so does all of the other things that would go into building up your life and making you great. The highest vibration you can vibrate on, I told y'all, is love. Whether you believe it or not, is okay. You don't have to. But as I challenge each and every one of y'all, think about it. You ain't never had nothing dope or great happen to you when you was angry or sad. Just
There
doesn't
you
happen.
go.
But when you
All right.
happy, feeling good, the world is, at your mercy.
Okay,
What's
so
going
let me
on with that?
say this real quick. Bit of information, because this research just came out this week. It's funny. Uh, everybody saves an hour. Everybody gets an hour. That's your Christmas present, early Christmas. We've been told our entire lives that you need 8 hours sleep, or a perfect amount of sleep is 8 hours. Scientists come back and said, no, no, no. We've done this research for another couple of decades, and we were slightly wrong. You only need 7 hours of slumber.
Mm.
Is linked to better mental health. People experiencing more symptoms of anxiety and depression or worse overall well-being. Like if you have those depressive moments, you
Mm-hmm.
have that anxiety. You're one of those people that have panic attacks and all that stuff like that. 7 hours, because
Mm.
anything after 7 is really, you just getting
Overkill.
extra. It's not gonna. We're talking the benefit amount, the actual full benefit amount of a good night's slumber or sleep. We've been told our entire lives 8 hours plus, and the plus actually don't mean that. The plus is just for you, but the
Gotcha.
actual thing that helps your mental health is a 7 hour night of sleep. Now let's have some fun right here. I got this thing called Only. Right, we're gonna play the Only game, Amir, and you
Okay.
guys out there, feel free to join in the comments because you might come up with some funny stuff, and we'll repeat it. You know what I mean? It's the Only game. Like how people always go, man, only in Buffalo is snow in June. You know what
Okay.
I mean? That type of shit. So I say that to say this, Amir. When I say you finish the sentence, only in New York.
Yo, only in New York do you find bums and homeless people with cell phones. This is the only place in the world I see that. And the funny thing is they be plugged up to all the charger joints, out on the street. You'd be like, wait, let me understand this, sir. You don't have a home, but you got a whole cell phone plan. I'm a little confused, but
Yo, I didn't expect this, yo. Bums with cell phones. Yo, that was great. You know me. I didn't, because that's a fact.
yeah. Hey,
Yo, that's a fact,
they
yo.
making
Only
calls. You're like, who are you? You're like, who are you calling, sir? You don't have a home, but and like I said, the best part is, they got those charging stations now throughout the city. So it'd be amazing to see them plugged up to the chargers. The charging stations that sit the big white joints they plugged up, and they got the nerve to be upset when you need to get some juice.
Yo, hold up. Where the charging stations at?
Like you never see they got like these big billboard things, and on them
Oh,
it's
word?
two things you could do. Yeah, you could plug up your phone so it can charge, or you can actually make a phone call with them. It's the funniest thing ever. So I've been seeing the homeless dudes; they got their joint plugged up. But the minute you be like, "Yo, can I get a little juice?" They give you the look. Really? Son? This is what we doing? This is what we doing?
Hey, that's some
What
funny
what
shit, though.
you have? I'm going home to
Yo,
a home. You're gonna be here for a while, so this charging station you can have all night. Like, what are we
yo,
doing?
that's funny, yo. Yo, that's so funny. Because I've seen it. Only in fucking New York, you see homeless bums with cell phones. Nigga,
Yo,
hold
look,
on.
let me tell you.
You can't pay rent for a room. Because this is how I look at it. Because that's how I started. When I moved out on my own, I didn't have an apartment right away. I rented a room. So I always look at that when people are homeless or whatever. I'm like, yo, fam, you get an $80, $125 a week room. You can't get a room, but you got a cell phone plan.
But you gotta sound like, what are
This
we
nigga,
talking about?
this nigga is he on Verizon.
On top of that, what? He ain't even on one of the cheap plans. You got Verizon, son? These niggas,
Yo, you
this highway
disrespectful.
robbery for real.
You disrespectful to the bum. Only in New York can you get a bacon, egg, and cheese on the road with a cup of coffee at the corner store. Facts.
Yo,
Yo, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. That shit might sound minor,
yo,
but that's everything, my nigga.
yo.
That's the shit that kept me in New York. All of these, yo, I am so scared to give up that kind of convenience. I just did it this morning. Like my dog, people that don't know, my dog, he's waiting to get the oldest one. He waiting to get some surgery. So, he having shitting problems. You got patience. Right? Takes a while for him to. So, if I know he got shit and he ain't try, okay, nigga, we gonna take a walk because I know if I take him for a walk, the walking gonna bring it down, right?
Mm.
But what do I say? It's like 10:30 in the morning. I'm like, come on, dude, we gonna walk. Where did we walk? I got my slippers on. We walked to get that goddamn egg and cheese and cup of coffee.
Yo,
So when she said, and nigga, yo, listen, man, listen, you find it. What you find it in the corner store? All right, here we go. Keep it moving. That's because that's some real shit. Only in Florida, nigga, only in Florida can you
only
see
in
more
only in
alligators than cats. Go ahead.
yeah, only in Florida. It appears cats are still rocking gold teeth like it's some normal shit. I mean, I be looking at these dudes. I be like, yo, hold up. First off, I didn't even know dudes were still doing gold teeth. I see these dudes. I be like, dude, they still doing that? Like
Yo,
we didn't stop that. We didn't. That nobody gave that one up. Okay, that's still in Florida. I got you. 'Cause there was the capital of that. Yo, Trick Daddy, and all like I be looking at them. These dudes is you still got gold teeth at 65, my dude. Like
look, gold fronts matter. Renee said gold fronts. Hey, listen. Only in Florida can you take all the episodes of Cops. You
yo,
don't have to go to no other state.
yo,
No other. You could do all the 27 seasons of Cops right in one county in Florida.
yeah.
Hey, only in America.
Only in America can you truly be racist, yet say that because you have a black friend that like that gives you a pass for real,
Yeah.
like dead serious, dog.
Mhm.
And they say it with such with such you be like, what? I have I have black friends. Oh, I have a black friend. You'd be like, um, that's sort of like having a stuffed bear. It's like who uses that as a line to make a point. Like,
Yeah. Oh,
what are
hang
we
on,
doing?
mine. Only in America can you have a president that say COVID is out, drink bleach.
Yeah,
Like This nigga want to kill you a different way. Like, yo, they be like, yo, syphilis is out. What? Drink this AIDS. Wait a minute, nigga.
What are we doing? Yeah, classic.
Okay, two more.
Okay.
Only in the hood.
Yo, only in the hood can you get everything that you could get in Dwayne Reed or Walgreens from the local dudes in your neighborhood. Dudes will walk through your block. I got Dial soap. I got Colgate toothpaste. I got socks 2 for $7. I got bras. Yo, they have, when I say dudes have, and the thing about it is, I be thinking to myself, okay, I know you shoplifted this. So, okay, we're going to get that out the way. How you going to get out here and charge me $18 for a Colgate, thing of toothpaste, my G? It's only six in the what's it called? It's 18 with you. What are we doing? Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy, son. And
Hey,
then
yo,
they have it all
that's a
in one
fact.
little shopping bag too. That's the craziness. They always have it in one little shopping bag. They hit you with that cool stroll. You be like, what?
Yo, she said in the barber shop, only in the hood can you see a nigga in the barber shop for 6 hours not getting a cut.
Yo, that's true story. Dude, dudes is
Yo,
professional barbershop sitters.
yo, nigga be in the barber shop. Every time you go there, this nigga, you neck, no, you go ahead. This nigga been here 8 hours like me. I'm waiting in line, though. This nigga ain't getting a cut. And last but
Um,
not least, only in the suburbs.
only in the suburbs can you find white people listening to rap music like they black people. Yo, it is the funniest thing you ever want to see because if you drive in the suburbs and you pull up next to one of them, they rocking just as hard, if not harder. The fun part is they may or may not know the words, but they kids be looking like really embarrassed. What's mom and dad doing? What?
Only
The
in the
kid.
suburbs can you find the same amount of Whole Foods as check cashing places in the hood. Every corner is a fucking Whole Foods. You understand me? The best of the best of the best. What she say? Only in the hood can you
Can
walk
you walk
outside
outside
of what?
with a doobie, sweatpants, and t-shirt, and still here? Hey, mommy, yo, dudes don't care. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right, B.
Respect that though, B. You gotta respect that though. You got you know what? That's to me, that's a positive.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because
because
if I'm a woman, I'm not a woman obviously, but if I thought about that, I would like to be on my not dolled up days, still getting respect
still
and
pulling them. Yep,
attention and flirts and hey and niceness and holding the door and you need me to carry this. And, like if I'm a woman, bro, like can I get some of that shit? Like when I'm not out here with my shit pumped up and my boots and you know it, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like I seen the look on ladies' face growing up in the projects. I used to always look at the look on the elders, like the women we considered elders at the time. They probably was only like 40 something, but as a little kid, they elders. So, but the look on their face when you got guys in the projects doing a little mischievous shit, running around, fucking around, box, slap box, or whatever, and she comes or get off the bus or whatever and got the bag struggling, and everybody just drop what the fuck they doing to go help Miss Brown get her bags up to the apartment in the building. You know what I mean? The look
yeah,
on their face though is everything.
yeah,
So that's that sidebar attention that is just cuss.
yeah,
And you know what I mean? Like dude, I appreciate when motherfuckers come over to me. It's easy to come over to me at a show I'm at and I performed or I'm about to perform and you tell me, you give me props and how long you've been watching me and you funny and da 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 da. Don't get me wrong. Great. Thank you. Appreciate that. You're the reason I do it. But it hit different when you're not performing. And
yes,
somebody still takes the time to come over to remind you, hey, bro, yo, watch you for years, man. You don't. I feel like the girl, the B just said. I feel like, you know what I mean? I got my rollers in my hair and because I'm not there to perform. So my hair is not. I feel like, in the fact that they still took that time out to say and give you
I
props and accolades.
appreciate you. Yeah.
So that's why I look at that like that's a plus.
Yeah.
Because if that dude sitting in front of your stoop don't say shit to you and you go to the corner store, you need to step your corner store game up. We
True
looked at the
story.
nigga last night. We talking so much shit about this dude. Kind of find out 30 minutes later, this dude ain't even a dude.
Yeah.
We like,
Got
yo,
that.
man,
Got that factor. Yep. It's and man, listen. The beauty of all of this stuff, man, is just what it is. It boils down to, again, being ready for war. It boils down to knowing that everything that you do really does matter. Please, know and believe it, y'all. If you are a person who reaches out and you check in on folks, know that it matters. They know that it matters. You may not think about it, but trust and believe, at some point they'll come to you, or something will come to you, and they'll go, you know what, man, you have no idea how much that particular thing that you did, not only affected me in a positive way, but allowed me to get through or past this or past that. And that's all this journey of life is about. It's about us figuring out how to continue on this journey and make it through and past all of the trials and tribulations and challenges that we're going to be faced with. But it starts with each and every one of us really tuning in, and like I said, taking those moments, man. I drink in every bit of these motivational Mondays. I drink in every bit of meeting you guys in person, and like Talon just said, being truly humbled by you guys taking what I said into account, where it applies, applying it, where it doesn't apply, maybe, saving it for a rainy day, and thinking to yourself, I might need that down the line. And the same for y'all. Don't think that your comments go unnoticed and go unread, as we do in the show. And don't think that your support goes, unnoticed and unappreciated, because I really do appreciate you guys tuning in each and every week. And for those of you who also been sharing it, and we get new faces and new people, because I saw some new names in here tonight that I know I haven't seen before. So I want to thank
right.
the new people who, who are tuning in. And please, it's funny. Talon and I, if y'all notice, we probably are two of the most humble guys in this regard. You never hear us say, tell a friend to tell a friend.
No.
We appreciate y'all, showing up and appreciating what we do. If it so happens that you tell somebody, great, but if you don't, as long as you show up and I get to see your name and see your comments, I'm just as happy and just as enamored by, all of the new names and new comments that I saw tonight. So as always, man,
Let
I
me
thank
say
you
this. Let
guys.
me give you some behind the scenes of what's happening in the brain.
Mhm.
So at some point in the summer, towards the middle or the end of the summer, I'm looking at this to metamorphose into a mixer,
Okay.
a networking mixer, if you will, on a Monday, right? Um, and something that, not a lot, once a month, once every 4 or 5 weeks, whatever it is, but it's going to be an ongoing mixer, Motivation Monday mixer, where when we do it, that particular day, we will be recording live from a location. But more importantly, it's there to bring like-minded individuals together, drop some jewels in a matter of that hour. Here's what I tell people all the time: what applies to you, great. What does not, leave it for somebody else. You know what I
Yes.
mean? One man chicken is another man's steak all day. So it may be a jewel in there drop that it ain't for you. You'd be like, oh, I'm good. I don't need that. Cool. But leave it there, because somebody's going to come and pick that up and be like, yo, I never thought that, or I didn't look at it like that, or you learned something today, and boom, 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 and use that, and that's food for thought for that person. So every jewel, it's just like comedy. Every joke ain't for everybody. You'll say a joke that the whole 90% of the room will laugh, and there's that one dude over there like this. Why? Because the joke was about a knot on the head, and he got a fucking knot on the head. So, you know what I mean? But that's how Jews can be as well. So this will be a great thing. So look forward to the live version, people. Like I said, every 4 to 6 weeks, when we find that date and put it out there, no matter where it is, with the cameras, you'll still be able to watch it just like you do now. But you just to give you a heads up, so you're not caught off guard, like, where the fuck are they at? What's going on? The live version. So then people can reach out and talk and touch and tap into the brain of Amir further. Because sometimes You got 1 hour. Let's keep it real. A show 1 hour is not merely enough. That's why you're on every week, because you may drop a couple of jewels or something, and somebody, like I said, somebody picked that up. They needed that, but they need to expound a little bit. And we on to the next topic or segment, and they didn't get to expound or hear deeply. So that's what that live interaction is going to bring to what we do here on Motivation Mondays, man. I think today was stupendous.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And again, like you said, if for those who tuned in late, this comes in, off the heels of what was a phenomenal weekend
Yeah,
and a start to, like I said, this King's birthday. This is birthday month for those of y'all who do and don't know. It's talent month, and we will. I need y'all to participate accordingly, though. Don't, as you said, we up there now. Don't some of y'all be trying to burn the candle at all the ends and fizzle out. So y'all pick and choose wisely the moments and times when you're gonna be in the building and
yeah.
participate and be a part of what we do. And we look forward to seeing each and every one of y'all in person, like as he just said. If not this month, as the weather gets warm, and as you said, we turn this into a live situation. I can't wait to meet.
I see Sean on here. I see Alfredo on here. I see Trina on there. I'll hopefully see you guys Thursday up in Rochester for the Cinco de Mayo birthday. Myself, Tommy Too Smooth, a couple other comedians opening up for Tommy. He's going to be bringing characters and doing what he do. Trying to get my favorite band in there. Just make a whole little shindig. Thursday, actual Cinco de Mayo day. Get it popping up there. Tomorrow, which is Tuesday, Salsa con Fuego in the Bronx. John Hinton's coming to town. All my friends there. Drew Frazier's going to be there. Smokey's going to be there. John, that's going to be fun. So Tuesday, if you're in the Bronx, down by the Bronx, Salsa con Fuego, that's what we're doing tomorrow. Thursday, Rochester. Then Friday, Brooklyn Zoo. We're going to be in the
Yes.
zoo. My buddy Michael Collier is coming to town, and he'll be doing special performances for the birthday in Brooklyn on Friday. Saturday, I make my way out to PA. Got a show with Aldo and Vanetta Bostic. So we're going to be out there in PA. Check the IG is all on there. And then Sunday, back in Jersey at the Stress Factory with Michael Collier. It's Mother's Day. And thank God this year, my shit, the 9th falls on a Monday. So mothers can have their day. I can have my day. Boom. So, and then, so then we'll do it all over again the following week after that. Coming up here to Westchester and White Plains on a Friday, down in Tampa, Clearwater on the Saturday the 14th. Then I mess with Kenny for that week on his cruise thing. And then right after that, coming off of that, we got that last weekend of the month, Friday at Ruger's, Saturday in Delaware, House of Laughs, and then Memorial Day Sunday back at the Stress Factory with fly-ass band I tracked down. You're going to love that shit, man. Trust me on that. But like you said, the whole month is the month of May. It's tourist month, tourist season. Your boy Talent enjoying it. Thank you, guys. I know we went a little over again, as we always get winded sometimes, but we feel it's important to get the words out. Amir Silly right there. We had a stupendous weekend. We thank everybody involved. And we just starting a new week, people. We just started a new week. So don't stop. Get it. And remember, if you ain't take nothing away from today's show, start getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. Motivation Monday. Peace.
Love it.